Alright, people, alright. My friends, pals, brethren, sisterin, fellow pursuers of the string instrument known as the guitar. How are you doing? Uh-oh, battery saver mode. What the F? Now maybe a little battery saver stuff going on. Well, oh shit. Damn. Little battery saver stuff. Alright, it's like, well, I wasn't, just like chilling. How y'all doing? We're talking. There's somebody got to be out there. There's somebody out there. It's 2 o'clock where I'm at. Coming back to life on guitar. The series, I'm going to say, session 23. Yeah. Okay. Now, where we was at. Okay, coming back to life on guitar. Session 23. It has been like 13 years. 12 years. 12 years since I played guitar. And it's been sitting in a case, man. That's no joke. And so anyway, I've been kind of like documenting me coming back playing guitar. This might be the 23rd video. It may not be, really, to be honest with you, but I'm calling it 23rd. But since I started playing again, every session I've recorded. So, and there was a couple I may have put on Twitter, or I just got them lost somewhere. I really don't know what happened. But anyway, whoa, and so I just want to go, and here's the thing, I learned the method how to play guitar, or it really, I use it for guitar. You could apply it, I'm sure, to anything, any musical instrument that, has notes. But I apply it to guitar, and it is a number system. Deals with intervals, which is the distance between notes, all your frets here. These are markers, or they serve a purpose. They serve a purpose, but they have a number. This is a 12th one, 12th fret, little double dot. See, a couple dots. Alright, see the other little dots, and they help you just, keep up with where you're at. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. That's interesting that they go 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. 3, 5, 7, 9. Well, 3, 5, 7, 9. All odd numbers for one thing. That one didn't do no good, did it? Anyway, I need to talk a little bit about music, but also part of jamming on guitar is feeling comfortable with the guitar, and just like we're communicating, you gotta communicate with the guitar. It's a friendship thing, I mean, you don't be pissed off at it. Just it's a partnership, Okay. Anyway, we left on the D string, and I found out something interesting that I hadn't even thought about before. And I'm gonna apply it to the next string. We're gonna learn. We're going over all the natural notes on the fretboard. Okay, and so we're trying all the natural notes on the fretboard. We're working between the open strings and the 12th fret, for the simple reason that after the 12th fret, everything repeats. It's the same as this. Okay, so, and we done the E, and then we did the A, D string, Now we're going to go G. Now the G string is the first one down in here. First one on this side, you know, of the thing. Okay, now on a acoustic guitar, it's wound. It's a wound string. You can see all the string. You know, these are only two on the bottom. You're right, that is wound, right? Okay, yeah. See, these two on the bottom have no extra winding. See how shiny they are? These have extra winding. These look like these underneath it, but they have another thing. I'll go over some strings later, you know, cover it, but on the electric is a little bit different. So this one's bare. The G is bare. So them being all wound, they have a similar, you know, good tonality. When you get in here, you change a little bit. But anyway, we're going to go open natural notes on the G string. Why? Because they don't change. You know what I mean? There's G, right? G, 12th fret G. Okay, that's always gonna be G. Now, here's A right above it. Okay, this one right here can either be an A flat or it can be a G sharp. So I don't bother learning. Focus on the natural notes, okay, when I'm practicing. I think it's important, and you'll see why, because when you're just composing stuff, it's easy to remember natural notes on the fretboard. Anyway, and it's a good basis. But anyway, so we're going to go over the natural notes on the G string. We're going to start with open G. Okay, and it would be G. Okay, the other thing is, I forgot, and I know it's on there, but anyway, for natural notes, think of the piano, the black keys. They're all in white keys, the black keys. Those are B and C and E and F on the piano. So if you want to remember, okay, and those they're right next to each other. Okay, E and F, okay, E, open string, F. Okay, or even down, okay, or B and C. B and E, okay, but this is, these are right next, B, C, E, F, B, C, E, F. They're right next to each other. And there are now, that's known as half step on the guitar, or anywhere, really, but, yeah, okay, you see what I'm saying? This one here is G, and you notice there's the distance, so that's a whole step. When you got a space in there, it's a whole step. If you're right next door, that's a half step. Okay, so when you remember that B and C are right next to each other, and E and F are right next to each other, then you know the rest of them are whole steps. Okay, and then you gotta just remember those two rules and the name of the string. So let's start with G, open with G. Okay, G, then A, whoa shit, okay, pardon me, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, no man, I got that all messed up. I won't name them. Let's see if I can go backwards without naming them. Starting with G. Yeah, and I am sliding one finger. You can make a lot of exercise, you know, let's just keep it simple, especially at the beginning. And I'm going to give you a good reason why to do this. That way, if anyone wants to argue with you why, because it's like this, okay? You're going to be open. So you say you're always open, you're open, so they give any shit, you know, like, whoop. Whoop, wrong one, baby. Anyway, yeah, so practice with the, you know, one finger, because like I said, towards the key of G, we're doing minor pentatonic. You want to know, you want to go with G minor? G minor pentatonic, 3rd fret. Okay. Whoop, let me get my guitar. Whoops. That is 2 octaves. That's 2 octaves. Okay, we're gonna do 1 octave. Okay, here's our root. Now here's one little thing on guitar. Don't work on these bottom strings. I'll show you a different trick up here. Anyway, like on these strings, your top one, okay, if wherever this note is, that's the octave. Skip a string, that's the octave of that note. Good math. Okay, this is G. You want to know octave A, B. So just remember, you know, and I am skipping this string, as you can see. That's the octave, and so anyway, so here we are in G. I'm just letting you know, when I got this one here, I'm resolving it right there, this one. So it's 1 octave on the G, minor pentatonic. I should play it smoother, you know what I mean? But it's been a while. But of course, now one thing nice about the pentatonic with this, you know, with this, call it pattern, when you're playing linear, you know, across the fretboard, you know, when you're starting up here, like say finger here, you're on the D string. You're on the D string, and look at the range you got. I mean, so I slide around. See, you got room down here, and you got room up here. So you're on G. Now we know we can play so. So you see, you got a lot of range. Here's your G, right here, just right in the middle. So you see, right there, and so you got all this range down in here and up in here, and you don't have to move up or down. So. And it's good to practice it like that. And the reason I'm not playing the extra one, my guitar teacher, when he said run, you know, an octave, and I ran the whole thing, he said, well, that's 2 octaves. So he said, that's not, you know, anyway, people get particular, and I guess it's nice to know where your cutoff is, but I like when I'm using this position with this finger, index finger, for my root on the E string. I just like as an exercise, just run the whole thing because it's just part of what's going on. I guess I kind of got used to not playing it. Okay. Ooh. I noticed one thing too when you're playing, you know, like as long as your root's here, that's like Jay just. I try not to think about the notes. Sometimes I do float in the pattern. You know what I mean? It's like I know I try not to think about the notes. It's just an interval. So, if I start tripping out, I start to like, if I'm in an unfamiliar key. Anyway, always, you know, once you get your roots established, there and there, you kind of, and you know your interval, you know, you can kind of, once you get your roots established, you can jam in between, you know. Let's see. Oh yeah, to jam up the G string. I was okay. See, hitting it here is the same as hitting it here. See, and where was the other one at? Whoop. Nope. Whoa, where'd it go? Oh. No, wait a minute. Oh, here. Dang, G string, okay? 12th fret is the same as the 3rd fret E string. Okay, so you're on G minor pen, you're down here. Okay, I don't want to do anything. I get lost. That's why it's best like to practice the exercises, just like to run. Say like this. Whoop. Somehow I was supposed to end up here, and somehow I didn't. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. When I start looking at the frets instead of the intervals of the note I was playing, that's where I get confused. You can kind of see, though, how you link it. I got to take a break and be right back. Damn, it's going to be. I'll edit it.